part of Gen Z, according to statistics, you're probably extremely lonely. You might have thought you were going to have a huge group of friends, go on awesome adventures, go on road trips, but in reality, you most likely sit in your room watching YouTube videos, watching anime, playing League of Legends, or whatever media you're currently into. Or worse, scrolling Instagram and TikTok. Inventions that were apparently made to bring us together. But that's pretty much when things started going downhill. Social media is actually crazy. It's worse than most people even think. I won't go too deep into it as there's many other videos covering the topic, and I'm sure everyone already knows how bad it is for us. It's kinda like all these nicotine addicts we have now. Everyone knows it's bad, but they can't really stop. Or most people don't even want to stop or care to stop, despite knowing how much harm it's doing to society. Every little empty time we have in conversations, people start scrolling Instagram or TikTok. I wasn't on Instagram for the majority of my high school, which I'm really glad I wasn't, but I re-downloaded it about 6 months ago, and honestly, I regretted it. I downloaded it just to avoid the awkward situation when people asked me in college, what's your Instagram? Someone would be like, I don't have one. So I made an Instagram, but already after only 6 months of using it, I find myself wasting so much time on it. Time I should be using to be productive, doing homework, going to the gym, or making videos. Especially Instagram Reels are extremely addictive. I don't even enjoy watching them, but I still can't stop at times. Which I should probably deactivate, which I will. Actually, yeah, I probably will, and make a video on it, so stay tuned for that. It's crazy too. Remember how I said these things were meant to bring us together? Most people that I added on Instagram in the past 6 months, I don't even talk to. Some people I follow don't even bother to say hi to me on campus. I don't know if I really look that different since I cut my hair, but parasocial relationships. When I say this, you probably think of a neckbeard watching Amaranth or a tier 3 sub for Pokemon, thinking they are on a one-on-one date with them and hoping for every little interaction they can get from the chat. But this doesn't really exclusively relate to streamers like that. Really, basically any stream that interacts with their chat, receives donations and subs, can be classified as a parasocial relationship. Watching streams isn't a bad thing, but if it's replacing your social life, then it's a problem. And I don't think people that watch hours of Twitch really have a good social circle. That's why clips like this exist. Also, if you watch YouTube while eating, it's something similar. Most likely you're watching to avoid silence, but actually, subconsciously, you actually want to be eating with someone, which if that's true, that makes a lot of sense why videos like mukbangs exist and are extremely popular. People want that feeling of eating with someone, and most people right now can't really get it. Stan culture and obsessing over celebrities is also a big example of parasocial relationships. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty guilty of this one. I think this one is pretty appealing as you can pretty much take any artist or celebrity and attach any personality you want into them, and just make up who they are and obsess over them and think they're your friend. And the less you know about them, sometimes the better, because you can just attach a personality onto them, making them the perfect person you want them to be, without actually knowing anything about them. But the worst parasocial relationship we have now is the hub. It's, in my opinion, one of the worst things harming our generation, causing social anxiety, lack of confidence, and overall just much more. The last reason I want to talk about is the rise of digital communication, but I want to focus on instant messaging, mainly because I think it's way too easy to just be able to just text anyone without actually needing to do any work, like going outside and getting out of your comfort zone. Things like Discord, VR chat, or playing games with people online. And I also recently made a video on Discord, so if you want to check that out, click here. This reason, I don't know if it's a symptom of the problem or part of the problem, but it could really be both. But in my opinion, talking to people on the internet has become extremely easy. Instead of meeting our desire to talk to people by going outside, talking to family and friends, or joining clubs, we can stay in our room, joining Discord servers, playing VR chat, just using VR in general, playing games with friends and strangers. And instead of having to ask a girl out in real life, we can stay in the comfort of our own rooms and just slide into their DMs or use online dating. But the problem is, not only is the connection we get from this only a fraction from the actual connection we get in real life, but this also fucks with our social skills in real life. I think there's a reason every other person you talk to claims to have social anxiety, and why more people than ever are claiming to be an introvert. I don't want this video to sound doomer. So I'll try to end it by saying what we can do as individuals. So first, obviously, I recommend deleting social media, which you've probably heard countless times, other YouTubers saying it or other people in your life telling you. But trust me, deleting social media is probably one of the best things I did throughout high school, and I'm definitely gonna do it again, and I think I'm gonna make a video on it as well, so stay tuned for that. But trust me, it'll completely change your life. Another thing you can do is, instead of complaining you have social anxiety, try to change the fact that you have social anxiety. I know it's hard to believe that you can just change the fact that you have social anxiety, but trust me, I sincerely believe that you can. I used to have a speech impediment and I used to be insanely shy throughout all of my school years. And even now, I try my best to get myself out there. And the past year and a half, I've gotten way more comfortable just talking to random people and just talking in general in public. You'll be surprised how much you can change and improve about yourself just by trying. Obviously, not everyone is going to be a social butterfly or an extrovert. I'm still not crazy social, but compared to my last self, there's been a drastic change. The last thing is that I really believe that you should be the change that you want to see. If you don't see that sense of community at your school or your town, make that yourself. No one is gonna do it for you. No one is gonna invite you to hang out if you're staying in your room all day, and you're never gonna have that sense of community if you think it's just gonna come to you. So despite all the challenges we have as Gen Z with social media and things like that, but I honestly think we can change a lot about our situation and make it a lot better than it is right now.